4.0 process video. A long time ago, we started our adventure into concepts of photography. After only having our cameras a few days, we were completing images with Photoshop effects. Then we learned transitions. We chose professional photographers to emulate, narrowed down the one shot we would use, and then did our best to capture the same shot. This is my reflection video of the events that transpired during the Concepts in Photography course. Concepts in Photography really gave me the chance to learn how to make compositions and take small objects and make them look big, which I had never really done before. That was a lot more complex than I had ever started with Photoshop. So learning to do that was really awesome for me. I've always wanted to learn how to do that. So Trey Radcliffe is the photographer that I decided to emulate, and he does a lot of landscapes, mostly nature. He does these star pictures and these reflection pictures, which I really love. But I just didn't really have a place to really capture the reflections the way I wanted it to. So I went to the city and I took some pictures of the reflective buildings down in San Francisco and played around with those. But then I saw this, it's called Lover's Lane, and it's in San Francisco too. And it really caught my eye because it reminded me of the picture he did with these trees. And so I decided to really narrow it down to this picture. And it took me a lot of playing around with colors. I decided to use Lightroom, then I used Photoshop, then I used Lightroom again, and I started over a bunch of times. But I think by the time I got to the end of it, I had really learned a lot about Lightroom and Photoshop when it comes to changing colors and adjusting small areas of a picture. So that's definitely going to help me in the future. And even when I thought I was done, I still opened it up again and put some more lights cast down from the sky to really make the difference. So it's kind of night and day between my image and the picture that I actually took at the forest. But I think I did a pretty good job of trying to capture at least a very similar shot. It looks like he was really laying down more, but the trees hadn't really filled in as much, so I couldn't get a shot like his. But it's pretty close, and I had a lot of fun doing it. I got to travel and take my kids to San Francisco a couple of times to try different things, and I'm pretty proud of the progress I've made just from the beginning of class to now. I had never even shot with a professional camera before, and now I feel like I can take pretty good images, so I'm pretty excited, and I really enjoyed this class.